John 1:4. In auto zoe ein, kai he zoe ein ta phos ton anthropon. Translation, in him, and of course that's referring back to the Logos, the second person of the triune God. In him was life, and the life, or perhaps that life, was the light of men, or the light of humanity, the light of people. We'll notice that we are using very repetitive language in John. We're seeing ein over and over again, and we like that. It was one reason students love John, because there's so much repetitive vocabulary. That's the third person singular, imperfect, indicative of the verb eimi, right? Translated here as was. Remember, when you have a verb form of eimi, it's like an equal sign. So you're going to have a subject nominative right here, zoe, and then you're frequently going to have a predicate nominative. You're going to have another nominative that completes the idea, that asserts something about the first nominative. And that, in this case, it's phos. You say, well, how do I know which one is the subject when they both have the article? In such cases, usually the word order cues you off that the first one is the subject. We'll notice that the first time zoe occurs, it does not have an article, and then after that, it does. And that is a regular pattern in Greek. It's called the anaphoric use of the article, or the article of previous reference, where you're able to hook the word and say, that one I just talked about. That's why I suggested that the translation, that might be appropriate. In him was life, and the Logos was life. And that life, right, the one I just spoke about, and that life was the light of people, or the light of men. Notice here how we have a genitive attached onto another noun, and they both have the article. Did you notice that? There's the ta there, and there's the tone. It's a very regular pattern in Greek. When you have a head noun and you have a genitive attached onto it, they either both have the article or they both lack the article. There was an ancient Greek grammarian named Apollonius, who observed that pattern, and so that's called Apollonius's canon. Canon in the sense of rule. So here we see an example of Apollonius's canon, where the head noun and the genitive noun attached onto it both have the article.